That's right, Black Swan Percussion makes single-row tambourines, and they've actually been part of the BSP catalog since Eric's humble beginnings almost 30 years ago. Dang, that's a long time. Although double-row models are considered more standard in the orchestral community, there's definitely a place for single-row instruments in band and orchestral rep, studio work, or other musical situations. Hello again, it's Tim in the Black Swan Studios here, excited to talk about our selection of single-row tambourine options, which are super cute and sound spectacular. So what sets them apart from other tambourines in our catalog? Let's start with the obvious. The construction of our 10-inch and 12-inch single-row tambourines are exactly the same as our double-row instruments, but with one glaring exception. You guessed it, there's only a single row of jingles around the perimeter of the tambourine shell. Other than that, we use the same shell materials, jingle types, and head options as our double-row tambourines. As I mentioned in the intro, double-row models see a lot more action in the percussion community, but there are some specific reasons you might want to pull out a single-row version for practice, performance, or recording. Because there are less jingles in a single-row instrument, the solid wood shell can be shallower. The shorter shell, combined with fewer jingles, reduces the overall weight of the tambourine. Less weight equals increased maneuverability. Basically, you can move and control the instrument more swiftly, smoothly, and expertly. If you're performing a tambourine solo or other musical selection that includes complicated patterns or transitions from rolls to quick rhythms, consider picking up a single-row tambourine. The lighter weight will make it easier to perform complex passages or advanced techniques with increased control and dexterity. Sounds amazing, right? With the reduced instrument weight, you'll likely experience less fatigue when these types of passages continue for an extended period. The lighter instrument is also beneficial for the practice room. Sure, the reduced weight may not be ideal for building chops, but it gives you an opportunity to focus on execution and technique without losing stamina after a 10 to 15 minute practice session. The number of jingles also affects the quality of sound and response. Because there's fewer jingles moving within the shell, the sound quality is less dense with a clearer response. This articulate texture also enhances rhythmic clarity, making it easier to gauge or anticipate the instrument's response. Of course, fewer jingles will naturally produce a lighter sound. This might be preferred in smaller ensembles, chamber groups, exposed tambourine phrases, or simply when the music director keeps giving you the hand. With a single-row instrument, the jingle character found in our double-row models will still be present, but the overall texture of the tambourine will be condensed. This will naturally add to the musical expression an ensemble may be intending and enhance your sensitivity as a percussionist. That's a win for all percussionists. However, don't think you can't play loud with a single-row tambourine. You certainly can and should when appropriate. Again, the overall sound quality will be less dense. There will also be less presence to the sound, but the clear response alone will mimic a level of projection we normally associate with a double-row instrument, especially in studio situations where a headed tambourine sound is desired, but the texture of a double-row instrument may be simply too thick for the track. Okay. Up until this point, I've largely been referring to 10-inch single-row tambourines. Just like double-row models, a 10-inch diameter is the standard size for a band, orchestra, or chamber ensemble performance. Yet behold, Black Swan Percussion also manufactures single-row tambourines with a 12-inch diameter. As you may have already guessed, there's a few benefits to having a 12-inch tambourine in a rehearsal space or your personal inventory. 12-inch tambourines definitely have a different tonal quality or character. These instruments can evoke a more rustic sound quality, sometimes leaning towards an older European vibe. Think Iberia by Debussy or España by Chabrier. Whether you'd like to invoke the spirit of a traditional period piece, or moonlight as a minstrel in your local LARP community, showcase a 12-inch tambourine to captivate the audience and immerse yourself in the performance. Besides the distinct sound quality of a 12-inch tambourine, these instruments also have more real estate across the head. That's right, 12 is typically more than 10, which gives you more room in the normal playing area of a tambourine to execute finger rolls. For example, 4C Interludes by Benjamin Britten has these beautifully delicate roll passages. Just imagine having that extra little bit of room to perform those exposed finger rolls with expertise and confidence. The additional space and subtle texture of a 12-inch single row tambourine can add another layer of sophistication and musicianship to your performance. Speaking of sophistication, the larger surface area of a 12-inch instrument allows more room for practicing and performing advanced techniques like the infinity roll. I can't do an infinity roll. Sample this, Nathan. And then put it on top of this. Got it? The thumb and finger pivot thingy. The old palm and knuckle rotation routine. Or the infamous snake roll. I'm a sneak a snack. You always want to keep that in your back pocket. I've spoken to many percussionists over the years who have chosen a 12-inch tambourine as a substitute for a pandero, tamburello, or other style of frame drum. Using a larger diameter orchestral tambourine to execute non-Western playing styles may seem unconventional, but also gets the job done in a pinch or adds an unexpected texture to your performance. If you're a percussionist, but primarily spend your time in the recording studio, theater pit, or concert venue, thanks for sticking with me. Our Session Plus tambourines are headless instruments designed for drum set, pop, theater, or other contemporary settings. This collection of tambourines also includes both double and single row versions. The jingle configurations we've assembled are a musical cross-section of articulation, color, and vibe. Just like their orchestral kin, these single row versions are lighter weight, which is helpful during longer sessions on stage or in the studio. The sound quality of the Session Plus single row models are also clear and focused, while still maintaining the tonal characteristics of each jingle type. Again, this cleaner voice may be preferred by producers or music directors when performing and recording. Okay, so hopefully we addressed some thoughts or answered some burning questions you may have had percolating about single row tambourines. If not, maybe you simply learned something along the way. Either way, there's definitely a reason you may want to add a 10-inch or 12-inch single row tambourine to your studio inventory, gear bag, or band hall. Of course, you can check out video sound samples for all our single row tambourines on our website and YouTube channel. If you feel like chiming in on the conversation, let us know which jingle configuration you like best or what single row tambourine you may already own. As always, don't forget to boop that like and subscribe button. We appreciate it. If you're playing Black Swamp gear, be sure to tag us. We love to see it and share it on our socials. Thanks for watching.